Hello all, I'm Ed Long, founder and CEO of Independence Anesthesia. Today is Friday, April 10th, 2020. I want to begin by thanking all of you who tuned in and responded to our first attempt at this last week. We really appreciated it, and it sparked kind of the desire for us to get another one out there using this format. So please, if you like this content, press the like button, subscribe, share with other CRNAs. Let's keep this dialogue going while we watch for daily changes and trends based on the spread of the virus that's impacting our world of anesthesia. So what we've experienced in the last week since we put up our last video. Our Ohio provider, which we referenced in the previous video, did successfully begin working 12-hour shifts in the COVID unit. He received the necessary training, and his first day was a bit scary following all the necessary procedures and protocols now in place. He acclimated well, and he's now giving them 2 12s per week with the intubation team and 2 days a week in the OR. His rate on the COVID team is substantially less than OR pay. The rationale from the client is that the reimbursement is far less for these case types than in a surgical case. And when I say far less, I mean far less. The bright side, he is working and he's currently satisfied with his situation. We are pleased, and we can say that we now see how this is going to work. Many sites are still attempting to finalize their game plan and evaluate exactly how it's going to work and how many people they're going to need to bring in under these circumstances. To hear more about this and other APRN, ICU type opportunities, please give us a call or send an email. Leave a comment below. We're happy to get into more specifics when you reach out. New York hotspot update. We're still experiencing daily calls with New York, and we need providers in the epicenter. We had one vendor meeting yesterday with a very large client and have another web meeting today with a group that is attempting to flesh out the travel logistics and the rate and the true needs. There are literally 1 million staffing chefs in the kitchen on this situation, which is leading to a lot of inaccurate communication of facts. And then, of course, the facts are changing day to day, increasing or decreasing of needs. We still feel that these New York opportunities are not necessarily the best ones to be running to when they finally become clear and concrete due to the continued rapid rise of cases there. But in the next few weeks, we expect providers working on the ground now will be exhausted or sick due to the number of hours they are putting in every week. We've had reports of ICU nurses in New York working 90+ hours a week. And New York is still in flux, and we are staying on top of it. The last thing we really wanted to emphasize today is to expound on what we're seeing from some other agencies and groups. Some of our CRNAs have reported getting messages that they feel are at least misrepresentations, if not a full-out bait and switch. There are posts and emails circulating for CRNA opportunities at rates that we're used to seeing for CRNAs. But job descriptions sound more like RN and ICU skills. The pattern goes like this. You get drawn in by a current CRNA need while your job is shuttered. You share your information or agree to be presented when you come to find out the rate is actually much lower than the one that drew you in, and the work is definitely not CRNA work that you worked so hard to train for. We're working on more agreements with clients for CRNA as APRN or RN work, but we will always be forthright about the job, the duties, and the pay. Our advice to you when you start getting these opportunities is that you ask the right questions right off the bat. This will keep you safe from these sketchy tactics. Number 1, is this a true CRNA position and not an APRN or an ICU only position? Put them in the corner, ask them that question, see what they tell you. Number 2 question, does the job description match the title and the rate? See what they say. And then 3 is the holy grail. Can I get the job description with the rate together in writing? If they provide that to you, chances are you're onto a potentially good, solid deal and you're working with a credible agency. Nothing can totally protect you from these shifty practices and misrepresentation, but an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And forewarned is forearmed. Again, Please feel free to come to us when you see an ad or an email that sounds like this. We'll happily check through our channels and tell you what we're able to find out. We will always come to you with honesty that you have come to expect from Independence Anesthesia. Thanks again for your time. Thanks for liking and subscribing and giving us feedback. We couldn't do this without you, and we hope to see you in another video real soon.